Most golfers think that their entire swing is the problem, but what if I told you that your swing might actually be fine and it's your hands quietly working against each other that's ruining your swing? And here's the scary part. You can hit decent shots doing this, which makes it almost impossible to fix. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how your hands should be working together and the one thing that you must never do at the same time. So let's dig in. If you've watched my channel before, you know that I've spent a lot of time breaking down the golf grip because it's so important. It's the only thing connecting you to the golf club. And after 30 years of playing this game, I can tell you this. A lot of fat shots, thin shots, slices, you name the shot, often come down to how the hands are working together. Before I go into how the hands should work together, let's back up a minute and talk about the core problem with the hands in the first place. And by the way, guys, if you need a little extra help with your golf grip, I've actually left my free golf grip guide in the description box below. It walks you through exactly how to grip the golf club. Be sure to grab that before you leave. Most golfers treat their hands like they should be doing the same thing on the golf club, but they shouldn't be. Your hands have two completely different jobs in the golf swing. So your lead hand is really there to control the club face, and your trail hand helps add speed and support. But here's what most golfers do. They let their trail hand take over. They overpower their swing with the trail hand, and when that happens, the club face gets manipulated, your timing becomes inconsistent. One shot you're super fast and the next one you're slow, and you start flipping and scooping and blocking shots. That's why your good shots oftentimes feel random. But here's where it gets really interesting, because even golfers who know this are still getting it wrong. And it comes down to one critical moment that almost nobody talks about. I'll get to that in just a minute. First, I want to talk about how the hands should work together. So, how should the hands be working together? Let me try and simplify this for you. Think of your hands like a team. The lead hand is the driver, and the trail hand is the passenger assisting. And at the setup position, your lead hand sets the club face. You'll see a lot of pro golfers who first grip the club with their left hand before they put their right hand on the golf club. And then your trail hand is there to support, but it doesn't dominate. You don't want your right hand to dominate and overpower your left. In the backswing, the lead hand stays pretty stable and the trail hand folds naturally. It's kind of just along for the ride, guiding your left hand to make sure it's staying on track nicely. And as a quick reminder, if you haven't already, be sure to grab my free golf grip guide in the description box below. So let's talk about coming down from the top of the swing. Your lead hand is really the one controlling the face angle, and the trail hand is adding speed without flipping the club, as long as you're not overpowering it. And the biggest key, your trail hand shouldn't overpower your lead hand through impact. That's where most golfers lose control, in my opinion. But even if you understand this, there's one moment in the swing where your hands either sync up perfectly or completely fall apart, and it happens way faster than you think. There's a split second in the downswing. It's that critical moment that we talked about earlier, where your hands are either working together or starting to fight each other. And that moment is just before impact. If your trail hand fires too early, you flip the club, you lose compression, and you start to hit those fat and thin shots. But if your lead hand stays in control, you start to compress the ball, you get that clean, solid contact, and the ball flight becomes predictable. This is why great ball strikers look effortless. Their hands are just working together correctly. So how do you actually train this without overthinking your swing? Because if you try to control this subconsciously, it really starts to make it worse. Here's a simple way to fix this immediately. Take your normal grip, and again, if you need some help, be sure to grab my free grip guide in the description box below. And then hit some small shots, focusing only on your lead hand controlling the club face. Let your trail hand stay soft, almost passive. And what you're going to start to feel is more solid contact, less flipping, and better control of the club face. Then, over time, gradually add your trail hand back in, but keeping that same feeling. That lead hand controls and the trail hand is there supporting. That's the relationship. And once you feel this, everything starts to click. And if this is something that you've struggled with, comment below. I want to hear from you. Let me know which one you feel like is taking over your swing. I do my best to respond to every single comment. If you've got value from this video, Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any content that I release to help you play better golf. So once you fix how your hands work together, you don't need to rebuild your entire swing. You just need to practice and let it work. And now that you know how your hands should work together, you'll definitely want to watch this video here next, because when you pair what you just learned with this next video, you'll start seeing some big improvements right away. Really appreciate you watching. Thanks for your time, and we'll see you in the next video.